All right, defensive coordinator Brian White. Go ahead with questions.
We talk all the time about you can't be perfect on defense. That's about as close as it gets. What went into that?
Yeah, really proud of the effort. I mean, really proud of, again, I know I mentioned it after the Georgia game, the defensive staff, the work that they've put in. Would really like to single out sort of Chris Collins, to come in this game and, be a little bit shorthanded out there and to play as well as they did. JQ and DJ and Ryan Nickel, all those guys that got in the game. I mean, it was a huge, big group effort. I mean, JQ's forced fumble, I think that one changed the game right there. So overall, I thought all the guys, they played hard, they strained. That's what we asked. We knew that the tempo right off the jump. They get 10 of their 17 on the first drive of each half. And the one touchdown I'd like to take back. I mean, we brought a lot of pressure on that fourth down, and they got us. But man, it's a huge win. I feel great. So.
You mentioned JQ's turnover. How big was it for him to come back after giving up a 40-yard gash 2 plays prior?
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're going to make plays, and that's what we told those guys. Hey, next play mentality. Come on, play ball, hitch tackle. We knew the hitch tackle was going to be a huge deal today. They're going to take those RPO hitches on the outside edges, and I thought the guys, they did a great job. They never flinched. That was a big thing. Coach was like, hey, just don't flinch. And even on the fourth down, there at the end of the game, they throw it up. I mean, I think 1 of 10 on third, but they were 2 of 2 on fourth. Those are two that we gotta find a way to get off the field. We give up a touchdown and one that could seal it. So, but they didn't flinch. They went back up there. They freaking played ball. Right, they're right there into field goal range. They go 1, 2, 3, and then finally get a kicker to miss for the first time, and I can't even remember. So. Yeah, the coach looked at me. He just looked right at me. We were talking to each other. He goes, "We are due one." I said, "Oh, I know. Yeah, we say that every time, and then they make it." So, I guess the odds are, one of those times they're going to miss. And I mean, man, what a great feeling.
What are you telling your unit right before that last drive? I mean, you just scored on a touchdown fumble recovered. It feels like that was the moment. Did you sense that on your guys? I mean, so this wrong play, this was the one.
You know what? There was never until that ball missed, there was never sort of that moment. We knew this thing was going to be, into a 2-minute drill. We had complete confidence in the offense. Man, what a play on fourth down by them. Great throw, great catch. So, no, we knew it was going to come down to it. Excuse me. And thank you. And again, proud of the guys. They just had to make the plays that were there to be made. I thought our route matchups were really, really good. They had some really, really tough concepts, and our guys handled them well. And so.
Brad, your pass rush, you seem to affect the dart, especially the first half. How much of that, too, was Dion the game that he played?
Yeah, I thought those guys inside, they had a big task because and you saw it when we knew it coming out of halftime. We say, hey, listen, they're going to go try to reestablish the run game. There wasn't much of it in the first half, and they did. And so now you're sitting there. It's hard, to defend the run. It takes a lot of energy, and then all of a sudden, in a lot of games, you can sub in and out. With that kind of pace, you can't get guys in and out. So they're having to now convert to pass, and they're big bodies up there leaning on you. And so I thought, at times I thought we did a nice job. I thought there were some other times that could have had a little bit more, again, but they're big bodies and they're getting to the back of your pads. It's hard,
Anything else for Brad?
Brad, when you realized Max was not playing, did you sense those other corners welcome that challenge and we're going to respond a little bit?
Yeah, I think all our guys are like that. I think everybody on that defense and in that locker room, offense, defense, special teams, they're in there for a reason. They want to play. They don't want to sit there and, you know, be a backup. They understand that there's a development phase and a process to it, and only 11 guys at a time can play. But if they weren't ready for that challenge, or they weren't itching for that opportunity, then they're probably in the wrong locker room.
All right, thank you, Brad.
Thanks.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you, Missy.